Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're going to be continuing our reading of The Land of the Lustrous, or Hoseki no Kuni, or whatever you want to call it. We're back. It's Friday, inexplicably. I don't know. Yesterday I planned on recording and then I was kind of like, I don't want to record when I don't feel it, you know? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good reason or not, but that's why we're here on a Friday. And I've got a warm beverage because the climate here is insane and it's just gotten cold immediately. immediately. So yeah, I'm warming myself back up with a nice warm beverage. But more to the point, the manga we're reading and the YouTube comments there within, this one here from Capella, and it's going to be used to kind of frame a lot of our discussion here, the preamble before jumping into the thing proper. Completely missed last reaction, so I'll just say quickly, really enjoy Ghost's interactions with Foss, especially about how Foss reminds him of Lapis. From that point, believing that Foss is worth more because of that, and then you start to read into a little bit of maybe the Ghost inferiority complex that was going on behind the scenes. Like, hey Foss, you have a problem. I know that Lapis could have solved it, but Lapis isn't here. It's no agency of your own if that makes any sense. Maybe I should do a better job at trying to read between the lines on characters a little bit more. Like, again, Ghost is gone for all intents and purposes, and this is only a realization from myself after the fact. It would have been nice if I could have commented on that at the time and dove a little bit more into that kind of relationship between those two characters. But more to the focus on last week's material, which was this week's when the comment was made. Yeah, the gold. The gold is very intriguing. So I would imagine I got most of the way there last week. Again, connecting the gold explicitly with the Antark stuff and the need for, like I'm taking control of my own stuff. Like, rebirth is the word we use here, or reborn. Yeah, I need to get over this fear of the Tsukijin or the Lunarians, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to get over that fear, and I'm going to fight them in the here and now, because Antark isn't here, and also, if I don't do it, then Antark is definitely gone. Antark still was taken anyway, but still, it's a manifestation of my agency. It's my new beginning. It's a new addition to me that Insight had changed. Now, remember what the basis for that is, right? So it's only natural when that gold becomes a little bit more shaky when Foss starts to consider that potentially she's risking her own people, her own friends, to find out more about Sensei. So it's completely antithetical to everything that gold represented, and that's why it's kind of going haywire, at least in the subtext. And yeah, obviously, with our kind of structure last week, it going haywire, it going like full self-destructive. Obviously, again, Foss feels type away because of Ghost and all that kind of stuff. This is now the punishment. This is the self-inflicted side of it. Again, remembering what that gold was meant to represent from the very start. Again, Foss, I am the problem. If I am around other people, they tend to get taken. There tends to be problems there. I believe Yellow Diamond or somebody even explicitly said that in the dialogue. Maybe Rutiel. I think it was Rutiel. Yeah, when people are around me, they go missing. So what's the best thing to do there in my weird twisted logic? Take myself out. Take myself out of the equation, you know? And no, I don't think you overstepped at all on the comment. I like the comments. That's why I continue to read the comments. I want interaction. I want community. Those are the things that I savor and, really cherish from the channel. It's good. And this isn't even in the same ballpark as some of the comments I've gotten previously, which definitely infer certain things are going to happen. So you're not even edging towards that area, I don't think. So, sure, fine. And yeah, that's it for the YouTube comments here today. And yeah, let's set ourselves back up for the thing proper, and also give Patreon a shout out. So before I forget, I have a Patreon. You can give me money. You can be 1 week ahead on these reactions. It's linked in the description below. Just peruse, see what you reckon. You also get double votes on polls, but I don't think there's going to be another poll for a while now that I think about it. So I don't know. You could still give me money though, I'd like it. Many people have done just that, such as Mickey Babbers, AJ, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Bisa, Bobbin, Capella, Chopa Ribby, Copley, Signerin, Dapper Dwarf, Donkey26, Domobot, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Guanal, Gus N, Hans Peter, Ika, Yaku Yavnen, Jacob R, Jami Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake L Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Parnick, Pencil Sharp 333, Ragashingo, Ronlad B&K, Saint Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Shinshio Iyoshi, Akomansa, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, Aidan O'Brien, and Nico Lane. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And yeah, so last week it was kind of like Ghost perished, sure, but Ghost also kind of sacrificed himself in the pursuit of, I don't know, saving Foss, freeing this other person that had been inside of Ghost this entire time. I'm going to keep hammering home the whole, cocoon metamorphosis type idea. We're seemingly differentiating these two characters, that being Kangorm and Ghost, more and more and more. But they were also kindred spirits in my own mind. They were together forever. Like, I don't know. It's like splitting one person into two. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it. And again, this hidden side, Ghost very meek and kind of a little bit more feminine and that kind of thing, right? Where, again, I'm keeping this other side inside of me that's a little bit more out there, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more similar to Lapis, right? Like Lapis, or Kangorm really respected Lapis, or Lapis really liked that side of Ghost as well. Like, that was the connection as well. So, yeah, just a lot going on in that whole department, I think. Large picture stuff. We haven't really found out that much more about Sensei. He's just broadly being sus, which, he was before as well. We're setting back up to go back into winter, I believe was our jumping off point, where Kangorm's going to want to hang out with, and take some shifts over the winter. Apparently they had agreed to do it in shifts, so we're going to see if Foss is there the entire time or not, but only time will tell. I'm trying to think of the most suspect Foss kind of Adamant moment from last week. Adamant was off on the cliffside, kind of, collecting himself, healing himself, getting those pieces back or something. The ocean seemed involved there, which is odd. Lots of stuff. Again, like, there's broad, big picture stuff we've already talked about, like he's getting worshipped by the Lunarians. What does that mean? He knows Shiro by name. What does that mean? But he's still definitely like Gem. He's like a Gem guy. I thought maybe he was like a human. But no, he's a Gem guy. I say we jump back in and that'll jog our memories on what we've potentially forgotten as well. If my memory serves me correct, we just finished chapter 40. So yeah, we're definitely going to finish this volume here today, which is very cool. Again, it's Friday, so I'm already late. We're going to see how much I want to read, because I've also worked a full shift today. But I'm drinking coffee. Coffee helps things. Sure. So page 91. Let's go. Yes, we are potentially signing up for winter duty, if I can speak, before Scene. And I believe this was the last thing we saw last week. And I'm kind of trying to go back and just scan for a minute. There was something about potentially we're going to use some makeup or some different type of stuff on Kangorm to make them, look normal. Just, yeah, whatever this is. It's like a chalky something. I don't know. It's a suspect white liquid. I don't really want to talk about it. And again, there was the whole part where, like, Untark, Kangorm kind of looks similar. I don't know. So maybe we're playing off of that as well. Looks like it's Rutiel in Rutiel's little doctor's office, I guess you would say, who's doing something on a bit of wood, painting or something. Slath. Are you, like, sharpening yourself down, maybe? Hang on. What is a slath sound effect? And then you go, don't get your left arm just yet. Conk. And then all the powder goes everywhere. I'm sorry. I've just been so sleepy lately. My attention's been falling asleep too. Yeah, sure. I'm here to inform you it has been determined that hibernation will be postponed for the third time this season. So wait, everyone's fucking tired because we're postponing hibernation? Yeah, I guess you could see with the plants here. They're quite desolate and like it's going into winter. Okay. Why are we doing that? We believe that it will be a little more time before the air settles into a stable winter atmosphere. I see. Okay, so there's still potential for sunspots. Okay, yep, okay. Yes, and I believe a shorter winter will lessen the burden on Foss and Cairngorm, which is good. We believe that there will be no snowfall until after it's kind of piled up over here, though. No kidding. Okay, yeah, I kind of ruined the timing there, but sure. Yeah, I guess shoveling snow was one of the things that you did on winter. Yeah, fair enough. Bro, I've been staring at this for like a full minute trying to figure out what we're trying to do here before, it's like Antark and Cairngorm. Gotcha, because you're all white. Gotcha. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I thought you were being sassy. No, you just made a mistake. You almost called me Antark. Yes, I tried to mask it, but no dice. And then you woof out some chalk or some ash or some powder, whatever it was, makeup, and Foss is broadly confused. Are you mad? Yeah. Done powdering up. And then we have Peridot and Sphene. Let me get up my page. So yes, here's the gang of freaks. Those two. There they are. Look at them. Peridot and Sphene. Green and kind of like a, orange-green thing going on. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. Did I mention I'm colorblind? Probably not the best person to talk to about this kind of stuff. It looks good. It does. You think so? Industrial art team? And then they fall asleep. Oh yeah, hibernation, of course. Yep, bet. Sure. Sorry, it's just they postponed hibernation again. I can't handle the sleepiness anymore. Where are you on patrol today? We're in the Yellow Forest. The White Hill. We'll be close. Let's go together. The Keen Wetlands. Is it me or is it smoky around here? Hammy? What? It isn't me. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, sure. Yeah. Because this is the little fucking melon freak. I remember you. Okay, so everyone's out and about. Everyone's still trying to do their jobs, even though they're tired. Specifically, there on the bottom panel, I believe that is Melon again. Are you okay, Melon? Yawn, I'm sleepy. Or should I go, ugh, I'm sleepy. Something like that. Ooh, look at that. You go the extra mile on this channel. That's what you always get. It's been 1,000 years since the last time the snow came this late. I guess you four weren't born yet. Oh, this is interesting. We're maybe tying it into science a little bit, because obviously over time you'll have, colder periods historically and warmer periods historically, right? Evidently they're in a warmer period historically, I don't know. Not quite an ice age, but they say that, at some point during the past 1,000 years, it was in general just colder, And maybe that was due to other environmental factors, or maybe it was just the way shit goes. Either way, they're rocks, so they don't really care yet. We kept putting off hibernation then, too. Eventually, we had to start letting people sleep. Starting with the youngest, we might have to do that this year, too. Then I get to sleep first. I thought you were on winter duty. Oh, yeah. Foss is coming back through the last kind of little bit. Fosses themselves again. Yeah, we'll say. I don't know how long-lived that kind of thing is. It seems fraught to me. Yeah, we even go into it here. What about your insomnia? Are you cured? I've returned from the unwell cute Foss to the relatively healthy cute Foss. So now I do get a smidge of adorable sleepiness. Oh, okay. You're being odd, Foss. I kind of like it, though. Please, elders, do not humor the gem. When Foss's ego swells, it's not easy to deflate. They've got a bit of a banter now between these two. A little bit of a, camaraderie. A back and forth. A joust. Conversationally, of course. I kind of like that. It's like progression over time. They've gotten used to each other a little bit more. But all you younger gems are just so darling, including you, Cairngorm. You older gems are all the same, but for Foss, I don't think darling so much as poor thing. I could still be darling. Oh, got it. Okay, banter for sure. Yeah, I guess. Foss is pathetic. A little bit. Or oh, you poor thing. Not overburdened with intelligence, that kind of thing. There's a nice camaraderie there, chat room, that I enjoy. What is this, by the way? Nice. Fanatic. Is this for you older gems are all the same? They're all nice. Yeah, they kind of are. What is this, Yellow Diamond? And this is Sphene, I think. And then we've got Alex down here. Fanatic, of course. I forget who you are, the XXX Tentacion type hair. I don't know about all that, but sure. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So when they postponed hibernation back then, you were already a team. A moment of contemplation. I was with Blue Zoisite? Zoisite? Sure. And I was paired with Topaz. So we both had... It's getting us to reminisce about a time when we had these partners that were stolen from us. This gives off the energy of like making a your mum joke and then you find out that their mum's dead. It's like, oh yeah, my mum passed away last year. It's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. But they're fine. No, it's totally fine. Don't worry about us. But it's been a long time since I've said that name. Blues and Topaz. It was the spring after that late hibernation. They were both taken in the same battle. Of course, after it happened, it was all that I could think about. But it's strange. Gradually, I spent less and less time dwelling on it. I felt like there was something very wrong about that. So I went to ask Sensei, and... Am I heartless? Yo. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And like a genuine flashback there, too. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is going to hit home with both Khan, Gorm, and Foss, right? They've both lost people. And I guess, yeah, like, I'm sure everybody could relate on some level to experiencing loss. And it does stop hurting after a while. You know what I mean? Does that make it, like, it obviously, it still sucks. Like, I'm not going to undersell it. But time does kind of heal a lot of wounds. It just becomes the new normal, you know what I mean? It's less shocking, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. And yeah, I mean, that's a very human feeling. It's, you do kind of, in your heart of hearts, feel better about it after a length of time, I think. And yeah, you do start to ask yourself this kind of question. Am I heartless? I really liked that person, and now they're gone, and I'm okay with it? Does that mean that I'm fucked up? What's going on here? Oh, so that's interesting. So both Sphene and Peridot were asking the same question, and that's when they were paired up. Now, this is the question. What did Sensei say? Well, it's actually very rare to find closure for your emotions and issues. When something does get a complete and final resolution, that's what we call a miracle. It isn't something you can bring about through your own power. It just comes one day out of the blue. I don't want you to get so twisted that you miss it, so let your emotions run their natural course, whether that be grieving or forgetting. Okay, that seems like a very mature and adult response to that kind of thing. Because again, life isn't a story. Life is life. Life doesn't guarantee a resolution, a finish to the arc, or any of that kind of stuff. I think that's very poignant what Sensei kind of says there, right? It's 1 in a million sometimes. But you'd have to imagine that Adamant is speaking from some semblance of experience, right? He experienced loss as well. He certainly seems like the only dude that looks like he does. I don't know, could mean nothing. And again, kind of like how I said before, this operates as second-hand advice from Sensei to Foss. So Foss contemplates for a second. And while we were talking, we arrived at the Yellow Forest. Thank you for reminding us about Blues and Topaz. You all take care. And then they just kind of walk over into the wild green yonder. Sure. They are very mature. Great point. So Foss, who do you want to be like when you grow up? Huh? I could never choose. Maybe Padparadscha? It's a weird choice. Did Foss and Padparadscha even talk? I think they did. Yeah, that's a really weird decision. What does that mean? Like, I want pieces taken out of me? I guess Padparadscha is kind of poignant. But it was also the self-sacrifice side of their character as well, with regards to Rutil. But the truth also hurts. If I would hurt Rutil if I told, him how I actually felt. So yeah, we're probably relating on that level of, like, not being able to pursue that secret for the fear of hurting what we have. What about you, Hemi? As of now, it's Peridot. I want to be intellectual and poised. I don't know. I saw that gem late one night, buried in a newly made paper, and chuckling for no apparent reason. Lost your damn mind. Oh, good point. I could never live up to that paper perfectionism. What do you mean by paper? Are you studying or something? I don't really understand that whole thing. And then, yeah, right at that moment, we have, like, these two that were following behind, snapping branches. Foss, remember the black spot that the fluff puff thing came from? I heard it was a double. I don't know why, but for some reason, I don't want to hear the rest of this. Okay, then look. I see. Gotcha. All right, so that's where they were rushing over. Oh yeah, you kind of see him in the background. Yeah, okay. I'm putting it all together now. Foss, tell us what to do. What? It's all you. Since you have experience with this. I guess it's a whole bunch of newbies out here at the moment. That's kind of fun. And especially the double sunspot. This is what happened last winter. This is where Shiro came from. So give us, you have some semblance of experience with this kind of thing. Please let us know what to do. I feel like Foss with responsibility is never really a good thing, but okay, we're locking in. Hammy, you go get Sensei. I'm on it. Melon, you grab Bort. I think the Battle Freak was assigned to patrol somewhere around here today. You got it. Okay, we're putting commands out. This is a really cool shot too. I've said it before, I really like their character designs. Something about the really long legs and, slender figure type stuff is appealing to me just in general. It feels very shoujo, feels very Utena, which obviously I'm a fan. And I think there's also interesting stuff about them all being kind of, androgynous and using male kind of pronouns and stuff. I think all that's coming together quite nicely. I think it's good. Apparently this sunspot is really low to the ground. Is that how it was last time? I'm not sure. What the fuck? Okay, listen. So one, we're doing the whole Rorschach thing times a million. Like, this is crazy. And it seems like we've opened up to some kind of shack in the winter. So again, it's been a, large running thing with the sunspots that they've been kind of opening portals to somewhere else, right? And, we'll disappear through those portals or we'll reach around and open those portals even more. Specifically happened with Shiro in that regard. It's almost like we're crossing over from one dimension to the next, which is sure interesting because, again, this kind of architectural style and this kind of log cabin look and, reminds me of our world a little bit. I don't know, is there anything in that? I mean, I'm just going to let this play out. Obviously, Foss is looking along pretty quizzically. Can I speak? They're questioning what they are seeing. Okay, just another simple page where we're just kind of, letting the wind rush through. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what we're trying to get across here is that, the sense of the weather coming through it, right? It really is another, tangible zone that you could, touch and feel and that kind of thing. I was kind of looking down here as well, if that was something, but I don't think it is. I think it's nothing. What's happening? I don't know. It's a strange scene. I've never seen anything like it. Okay, and then, yeah, we have, game pieces on a board here as well. So, is it the same? Not in any way, shape, or form. And it seems to be fading out of existence or whirlpooling or something before disappearing and just dropping out one game piece, it seems. Yeah, okay. Weird. Clearly, again, we're going to go more into that as time goes on about what actually happened there. But yeah, seems like it keeps bouncing. It was blown by the wind. It passes Foss's foot and seemingly lands here. Yeah, is that... No, it's something else. It doesn't quite look like the piece from the board. I don't know what it is. Let's find out, I guess. Oh, shit. Topaz? What is it? Hang on. Zoom? Do I have the zoom function? What the fuck am I looking at? What is that? I don't understand. Up here? Is that gonna illuminate that anymore? Looks like it has little eyes on it, and it goes crick, and then we're yelling to Sphene to potentially look out. It's a little grenade. What the fuck? Yo. But hang on. Where did it come from? Because all I see is pieces on a board here, and then it kind of whirlpools, and then just a bomb comes out that is seemingly made from topaz. And yeah, Foss saving the day here, putting his own kind of body on the line, as he is wont to do. He does it quite a bit. I'm sure Rutiel is sick of putting him back together. No, that isn't Foss, because then Foss comes in. Foss is over there. This is, Thingo. This is, Peridot. Yeah. Because my clue here was the finger. And I'm like, hang on, Foss wouldn't have fingers. Fair enough. Okay, that's a completely different thing then. Okay. Yeah. What? Sacrifice? For my friend? I don't want them to go through the same thing I went through again. With my old friend. We're united by grief. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. And then it seems like this little freak thing is going to steal a finger? Or more than a finger? Yeah, look at this little freak. He grabs the finger, and then he's going to, like, hopscotch it up the fucking clouds. Okay, this is all very new. And just like that, we're on to the next chapter, Explosion. With, again, all these clouds in the sky. I thought that the sunspot had dissipated, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, so we're throwing that finger up and up and up. Fair enough. With a timp as a sound effect there. I'm more curious about, like, what was topaz about that? Is this encasing the topaz? I guess you can kind of see the gem there, because I think this little freak is something else. And yeah, it goes all the way to the top and clatters in the bowl, and that's been kind of part of these Lunarian designs for a bit, where we want to get the kind of gemstones into the bowl and take them back. It's all very ceremonial and stuff. And Foss here is... Poor Foss. Foss is fucking shell-shocked. Poor darling. That face when there's a little freak that steals my friend's finger. So what do we do now? This is no time for gaping around. You two, start by picking up those pieces. So Cairngorm, you protect them. I'll get Peridot's finger. Wait. And then Foss is already up and going. Yeah, there's more little freaks? What is happening? Okay, hang on. So what is this? There's two little fucking triangle dudes. It looks like the dude from Gravity Falls. What's going on? So they pop out of the thing, and they're going to move it just as Foss was about to grab it, and that, like, baited Foss in. And then it seems like more of them appear with little gems on them as well. Again, the idea here seems to be grenades. Grenades using their own friends as kind of the lure, almost, right? Let's lure them in. They'll get kind of sidetracked because they're literally looking at the remains of their friends, and then they'll explode and take off pieces, and then we can collect more and more and more. Foss, for the record, seemingly has protected himself here from the explosion of these 3 grenades, but again, for how much longer? Cairngorm, we're going to need you to run into action, buddy. Yeah, nah, Foss is a million pieces up there. Foss is struggling. You'll never break through my alloy membrane. Don't tempt fate, young Foss, because it looks like that's about to occur. And then it seems like Cairngorm, in the nick of time, saves Foss. Yeah, fair enough. Your courage is too reckless. I'm so... And then another one drops, and Cairngorm bashes it away as well. Fucking baseball or something. Get a contract in front of Cairngorm. That's all I'm trying to say. Shohei Ohtani style or something. Hidden dingers, hidden homers out there. But again, 3 more appear. I'm really invested in the gem portion of this. Like, they use gems in the process of making these things or using it as the lure. I think that is, like, sickening. Like, that's like a war crime, right? That's fucked up. It reminds me of, and this is going to be a bit of a pull, so go with me on this one. You know, in Lord of the Rings, specifically the movie Return of the King, where they have a bunch of heads from, like, Osgiliath, and they'd, like, throw them into Minas Tirith to, like, scare everybody off and, like, incite fear. It feels like that kind of tactic as well, just kind of gemified. And again, is just as sickening in my opinion. It's like, that's fucked up that you would do something like that. Seems like we momentarily escape. The clouds are too dangerous, but there's nothing else to stand on. And they're too high and too fast. If we're going to catch them, okay. That seems like we're inciting some kind of plan. So it seems like, again, the only thing you can stand on when you're up there are these clouds, but the clouds produce the grenades. So don't go near the clouds. Oh, I see. Okay, Foss has used their gold powers to make a stepladder or like a, platform to stand on. That's pretty smart. That gives us some stability and allows us to attack these things from myriad other vantage points. Smart tactics. I like to see it. And yeah, it seems like they follow kind of suit here. I like the squishiness of the gold here gone across, seemingly hurting Foss in the process too. But again, we've made our way up there. We're in arm's reach of the bowl, but it seems like no matter what, we can't help but miss. Yeah, look at I hate these little freaks. I don't like them. Then a little bit of comedy here. Could you please hurry this up? You 3 are heavy. Sorry, Foss, they're too fast. We can't. And then, oh no. Oh, and this one's blue. For blues. Blues Clues. Or whatever that blue gemstone was. The one that was associated with Peridot. So again, kind of shell-shocked for a moment, but kind of locks in and bashes it away. Oh, but look at this. Yo, they're like fucking little parasites. I hate this. Yeah, no. I don't like that at all. They're like literally like on my fucking skin, pulling my face away. Yeah, this is very this is like uncomfortable. Like they're like pulling pieces of them off all at once. They're like little like ticks or parasites or something. They're fucked up, like leeches. And yeah, it seemingly is moving on to everybody now. We now have Sphene going through the same thing. Just ew, you're kidding, right? Their plan is to pick us apart through the cracks. Seemingly Khan Gorm getting in on the act here as well. What's wrong up there? Foss, this isn't working out. We gotta get out of here. Oh, Foss, you're covered in them. Well, no, Foss has fucking parasites, worms. Do you want my 2 cents? My 2 cents is let's fuck off and wait for Sensei. Because this is, like, giving the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it at all. I'm going to be honest. And neither does Foss. What? Give those back. So is Foss past feeling now? The poor gem's lost a lot. Oh yeah, because, like, Foss didn't even realize that Foss was covered in fucking ants? I don't know how, like, feeling works for these gems, I guess. But seems like these little freaks were pretty successful. I'm a little bit surprised about the tone here, because I'm fucking shocked. I'm, like, disturbed. But seemingly we're doing a little bit of a comedy thing, right? Foss, what do we do? I'm open to ideas. It makes me really mad that they arranged my hair so beautifully in that bowl. We're still, like, cracking jokes and stuff. Yeah, it's harder to read tone in manga, I think. Because, again, I'm horrified. It doesn't look like they're ready to retreat yet. They won't move as long as we don't get close, so why don't we just wait for Sensei and try not to provoke it? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. What's actually going to happen instead, though? Because, yeah, we're all looking up there, and then, yeah, another sunspot appears on top. Again, I say it every week, but the symmetry of these panels is just something to behold. Again, that's like the most striking feature of a lot of this stuff, I feel like. Just love when we go to the wides and it's all very uniform. It looks really good. So yeah, it seems like we have the Lunarians coming down here to collect what the little freaks have collected. So, hey, we sent these guys here. They got a bowl of stuff. Let's pick it up now, right? We've kind of, set them loose. Go pick up what you can. It feels like fishing, right? We've set up when you'd have like a crab cage or like a lobster cage or something. Put down the cage, see what we get, come back and pick it up. And then, yeah, from there we pan back over to Sensei. I forget this character's name. Little sheep. Looks like it's our good friend Hemi. Hello, Hemi. Hemi. There's Hemi. Hello, Hemi. So Sensei's asleep. He won't wake up. Sensei, wake up. Let me handle this, Hemi. Excuse me. Wham. What are we whamming? Oh, you're punching him? Yeah, fair enough. We never have managed to wake him up, have we? Sensei, it's a double. Hurry. Oh, poor thing. Where's Bortz? Bortz would be the other one, right? Bortz is only second to Sensei. And then, yeah, we're back over here. Seems like we're collecting the bowl. That's a big Lunarian. It looks like the one that took Untark. We'll say. Winter again, think about it. But if it's the same, then it will race off or it will start to close up. After it. We have no experience with this type. It's dangerous to go after it. But it has pieces of all of us, and it's going to take them. Good point. You've lost so many pieces already. Anymore, and if we focus on the Lunarians themselves, it's nothing new. Back me up, everybody. Foss! I don't know if this is a good idea. This stinks of a bad idea, actually. So there goes Foss, followed by Khan Gorm, up to the Lunarian. Okay. So it is closing up. Again, almost like this kind of flower bud type idea as well, which, like Lotus kind of spiritualism, blah, 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 blah. The stuff I've talked about before. So we grabbed onto this, and then we're going to drop a bunch of, like, Pokemon gym badges down. And they're going to explode and kill Foss. And yeah, that's not too far from what actually happens. We drop a bunch of bombs just as we leave, and everyone suffers. Everybody that was left behind here. We have Peridot, Sphene, Khan Gorm, and Foss. Yeah, this seems bad. It seems like we fucked up, chat. And it seems like in this final moment, Foss is remembering Cinnabar's words from a few chapters ago. If you haven't thought this through enough, then I can't help you. And yeah, okay, so Foss is considering this, gets shot, and then considers it even more before, bam, is saved somehow. Is this, yeah, this is Khan Gorm. I like this kind of circle idea going on too. That's really fun. Okay, so we're going to yank you out of the way. Like I'm jumping on top of my friends to... Oh no, we get collateraled. Oh fuck. I was like, oh yeah, this'll help. I thought the arrow went like through here or something. No, we just get we set ourselves up for a fucking collateral KO. Okay, yeah, now we're shattering into a million pieces. Thought it through enough. Nothing. Everything I've ever thought has turned out to be wrong. I only understand what's right in front of me. I forget things easily. I'm not smart. After everything I do, everyone ends up on the moon. Interesting. Are we actually doing this? Because, yeah, we're all piled up here. Big collateral KO type stuff. This is going to be... No, this is... Oh, I see. Okay, no, Foss is... I thought this was Foss. I keep getting confused. Okay, I thought Foss was going too. But no, it's everybody. Yeah. Okay, so this is Peridot, Sphene, and Cairngorm. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, this is Foss falling, and like leaving them behind up in the air. But it seems like reinforcements on the way. Bortz, my good friend Bortz. And Melon and fucking someone. Zircon was hanging out with Bortz, I don't know. And that was the end of the chapter. Explosion. I was fully convinced that they were going to end up on the moon there for a second, but it seems like no, we have reinforcements here. Rightio, next up, chapter 43, the game board. The Game Boy? No, the game board. Yeah, just kind of continuing from where we left off. Foss is all fucked up. Reinforcements on the way. So yeah, we didn't die, or they didn't die immediately. There was a little bit of resistance here, putting up a fight against Bortz and the gang. Okay, now it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on. Okay, so as this is happening, pieces are flying down. The pieces have the little freaks on them. And then more pieces like falling apart. And what is this that's approaching Foss? Is this Foss's own fucking legs or something? What's going on? It most certainly is. So yeah, it looks like Foss's own legs are about to pierce Foss's skull, but then Zircon's there in the kind of nick of time. You okay? Guess not. Zircon, and then more Lunarians firing shots. Paling, or Peking. Oh yeah, and you can see it here. It shatters both of their weapons. This makes Melon quite angry. Now I'm mad, and then it goes bzz, snap. Are you like leveling up, darling? What is occurring? Okay, sure. Yeah, no, going fucking Super Saiyan or some shit. Let's go, Melon. Let's go. And Bortz is just up there aura farming like usual. You can still see kind of the pillar of the three fallen there as well. Yeah, Bortz is really focusing the big guy. And yeah, successfully so. Oh, big, like, oh, look at the hair. The hair, like, kind of follow it down and, like, around and... Whoosh. That's fucking sick, actually. Yo! Willow Smith, I whip my hair back and forth. And yeah, the thing kind of immediately starts to dissipate there. Meep, says Melon as well. That's our Bortz. Already finished. Wait, this black cloud isn't evaporating. Why? But it's good it didn't drop everyone before going eep again. Because, like, okay, it's got the big bowl. Yeah, because the little freaks were hiding on it. We saw that back here. Kind of the little freaks are still holding onto the pieces and the bowl that fell. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, the top one dissipated, but the bottom one still hasn't, it seems like, right? So then the pieces fly off. Melon couldn't quite catch them. And it goes poff. And then it kind of circles up and something is happening. Apparently the pieces went inside. The Black Rose arc? What is occurring? Hello? Mikage? Nah, but more to the point, it seems like almost like a whirlpool or something, or like a spiral, a portal. It seems like we're not out of the woods yet, regardless. That might not be good. That might be bad. I think it might get away. I'm gonna get in and get everyone back. Throw me. What? I still have my hips. I could still move a little. Is that how it works? Yeah, I think it is. You're actually doing this? Foss! Foss! No! This is clearly a terrible idea. Here it goes. Ready, set, puff. Okay. It's pushing me out. What, are we up its fucking sphincter? What is occurring? Okay. So you're up its anus, and then it's trying to push you out, but potentially on the other side? Yeah. Look at this. Okay, no, we're getting somewhere. We're actually cooking. Yeah, this is very like, almost Alice in Wonderlandy or something, right? Or, you know, any other kind of like isekai dimension jumping type shit. And it seems like on the other side there is still the same scene, right? There's still the same open window with the table and whatnot. And we have the, you know, the platter of remains kind of sitting there on the floor ready for the taking. Foss can see them there, but I can't move any farther. Maybe I can reach it if I use my gold. And then we use our gold. It goes thump. And then we go, oh. Oh, this is a really cool shot. Yeah. So you can kind of reach up here, reach up here. What is the knock? Oh, yeah, because you can't see. So you think you grab the bowl, but actually you grab the table. Oh, no. Okay, so we've got a table from the other world. Got it. Huh? Eek! So we grabbed did the table have the freaks already on it? Or did the freaks kind of fall from the... Yeah, no, they all rushed from here. They don't want us to have the table. Hey, what is that basket case doing? What? I mean, what are you things anyway? Foss is still very fucking Foss. I like that. Okay, and then Bortz just says, enough is enough. Time to... Oh. Yo. They were the pieces on the board the whole time. That's cool. Okay. Do you get it? I kind of get it. Yeah, okay. So, follow me on this one. I've had this general theory for a while that when you're in kind of different zones, you take on a different form. I think that when the pieces are kind of in this half and half zone, when there is kind of a sunspot open, they take on a little bit more consciousness, right? And can be manipulated and used and that kind of thing, right? But as soon as that goes, they're just regular pieces on a board again. That or there's a more kind of acute activation sequence or something. And then you got to take the metaphorical layer, right? Which is like, okay, whoever is in control of the Lunarians, maybe the Lunarians themselves or maybe some other force, like... They're just using this as like a board game almost, and like moving pieces on a board. It's all very strategic for them. It's all, you know, got this greater kind of purpose in mind. Like this is just the next step in my cunning game to possess all the gems or something to that effect. It's kind of the idea I'm getting at there. That's really cool. I don't know how I didn't pick up that there were the pieces that have come to life. I think, again, you've noticed a couple times this recording session, the color's really helpful in this show. If I could associate color from the first shot we saw with the pieces right on a board, to the color of these little guys, then it's 1-on-1. You could see it immediately. But yeah, no, seems like it's dissipating. Melon is safe, which is the only thing I care about. Well, at least for now. Yay, we're falling. He's great. I like that. It seems like we're laying down some sheets and laying Foss down on them gently. Bortz, you came to help. You asked me to, didn't you? Of course. Which means you forgot. Totally forgot. Yes, I did forget. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so you forgot that you asked for reinforcements when you were barking orders, the kind of the first part of that scene. That's great. Well, you could say it went exactly according to plan. Just barely. Luck is important too. We didn't lose anyone, and it's not much, but we're getting our friends back. I'd say it's pretty successful. Well done, Foss. There's a good little gem. Oh, you're trying to like head pat, but you can't with the arm. That's great. We'll start by putting Peridot and Sphene back together. To the medical office, Rutiel is calling. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay. See you later. Bye. And then like they leave and then Foss kind of breaks down. And yeah, the only one left here is Khan Gorm. I couldn't even count the mistakes we made, but there were a lot of surprises. We did what we could. Is that what you thought I would say? Do something that reckless again and I'll bust you open right in front of the Lunarians. Yes, I'm terribly sorry. Okay, so still a little bit bipolar is Khan Gorm. I like that. Just kind of like, it could have gone worse. Then, is that what you thought I would say? You were an idiot back there. Fuck you. Like that kind of stuff. I think Foss appreciates that, right? Because you're the only one that says it like it is. Everyone else is so nice. I like that. Everyone's fighting as a team. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you might like the tough love a little bit more. You're definitely not liking yourself very much at the moment as Foss, so... admonish me, punish me, say all these mean things because I think that I deserve it. Because you do like to go out on your own a little bit as well, without fighting as a team, just kind of taking it all on, I don't know how, long-term viable that is either. It seems like there's a scene break here. Then we're up with Adamant. You did well against the new type. Thank you, Sensei. I can hear the details after Peridot and Sphene have recovered. For now, get some rest. Oh, then, Sensei, at least let me give you this. And of course, it's the board with the pieces. It came with the new type. These things were moving and they attacked us. It didn't evaporate with the rest of them. This is this all of them? Huh? Yes, I think so. I don't know exactly how many there were in battle. That's an odd material. I've never seen it before. It's incredibly light and smooth. Is it potentially wood or something like that? Very notably, this kind of... Do they have trees, though? If I go all the way back here, we're in the fucking forest, mate. You can kind of see it somewhere here. Yeah, we're kind of in a forest, Speaking of things I haven't seen before, the screen inside that black cloud, it looked like a small room with a table and chair and things and a white cloth. I could go on forever. I'll have it all figured out by the time Peridot and Sphene have recovered. Very good. Closing her eyes, big dog. I feel like we're about to cut scene and Adamant's going to be like, he's going to like full on be fucked up in the head or something. Because he's keeping it together now, it feels like. Thank you for your hard work. Get plenty of rest. Yes, Sensei. And then they walk away. Oh, and then Foss looking back. Oh, never mind. Don't think about it. You're on the same fucking wavelength here, Foss. Oh, look at this. This does bring back memories. Yeah. So Foss is on the same wavelength as me. Hey, Adamant, have a look at this. What do you reckon? You going to react at all? And Adamant almost knows that and isn't reacting here in the moment, waiting for Foss to leave and then doing something. So yes, this does bring back memories. He picks up the piece and places it like it's, Go or some similar game like that. It's a fucking Settlers of Catan fucking board or something. Monopoly. I thought I put this away somewhere a very long time ago. This game wasn't created with a specific purpose in mind. That's why I was always at it for so long. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. We never thought about what would happen to the things we created when they reached their end, did we? Whoa, what are you talking about, man? And then it turns into ice cream. Would you disappear for me? And then it does. That's very kind of you. He's on some bullshit. He's on some other shit. Is he God? Is this cunt God? What is happening? He was being prayed to by the Lunarians. Whoa. Yeah, that's crazy talk. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards, we'll never think about that again. Oh, and looks like we're going back to the ice flows. There's this really fun job called smashing ice flows. You're lying. Oh, how could you tell? When you say fun, it always sounds like a lie. Oh, these two are great. They're like the original Odd Couple now. It's wonderful. Do you think Cinnabar's ever going to actually do anything in this fucking shit? Or are we just going to leave that? Always parking that, Oh, I'm dumb as well. Okay. These two characters that lost somebody and then came together are obviously reflecting these two characters that lost somebody and then came together. Yeah, okay, that's very, very obvious in retrospect. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know why it took this shot of these two like this to these two like this to make me put it all together. What's with the face? Nothing. It's creepy. Well, with the big fucking scary eyebrows. Don't say that. We need to be friends. Winter is coming. Stop that. Oh. And then we see our two friends over there. And we reunite for a moment after they've been put back together. And that concludes Chapter 43, The Game Board. I think I'd like to do 2 more. We'll see, though. Yeah. Because I've already recorded for 1 hour and 15 minutes. It doesn't feel like it at all. This shit always just flies past. Okay, Chapter 44, Shortcut. And it seems like Foss is getting a little bit of a makeover of sorts. Patching up the spots that were missing or something. No, that's not Foss. I do this every time. Wait, is it? Because it's not Cairngorm either. What is happening? This is one of the characters. I don't know. Somebody's getting some work done. I hear you're back to regular patrol duty today. The glue is still setting on both of you, so be careful, especially you, Cardgorm. That fight the other day undid all the progress your left arm was making with the bond on that smoky quartz. Don't put too much stress on it. Okay, I know. Inclusions are fundamentally hard to please and adverse to change. Even if the new material has a similar makeup, it will often take some time before they accept it. An inclusion is when you get like some other different type of mineral attached to you, kind of what Foss has done twice now. And again, they're notoriously hard to please. Again, it's almost like us as these kind of immortal mineral creatures are kind of adverse to change in general. The happy-go-lucky, constantly aiming for new heights inclusions in this freak are the exception of all exceptions. Little double peace sign there as well. They don't make any sense, so do not use them for reference. You're the exception, not the rule. And Cairngorm has never taken well to reattachments to begin with, so be careful, as we're kind of stretching. Oh, the pond is completely frozen. Where are we assigned today? The shore of Nascency. That's far. Okay, time for a shortcut. We'll cross the frozen pond with our beautiful footwork, won't we, Cairngorm? Before you immediately fall and conk on the ground. Yeah, I'm sinking. Okay, somebody's here to save you, though. I remember the last time you fell in the icy water, it wasn't so good. You lost your arms. Get out of there. Rutil will have a fit if too much of your powder comes off. Thanks. And then you try to tug on the fucking stick, and I think you pull Cairngorm in as well. And then, yeah, you're both in the water. Rutil immediately mad because, again, go back here. Hey, you know, the glue's still setting. Don't fall in water or anything stupid like that. Shortcuts are never a good idea. Slow and steady is the best way to go. But this feels deeper than it should be. I know because it's the kind of title of the chapter as well. But wow, ice is slipperier than I thought. We haven't done anything to get ready for winter. Is that going to be a problem? Oh, take care. Thanks. I like this team too, like a lot. You've explained the basic concepts behind breaking ice flows and clearing snow. I'm sure we'll manage. It'll be a cinch for you, Cairngorm. So it seems like we're still going over and doing the ice flow thing. And then we get ambushed by fucking Yellow and Dia. Yeah, fair enough. Yo! Yellow, you could break someone. Foss, let's play cards tonight. It's been ages. Okay, you won't beat me. It's comfy, good camaraderie, we like it. And then I get a crown of flowers. It's fab, apparently. Thank you, Melon and Hemi, my two favorite characters. To celebrate your full recovery, we have crowns to Peridot and Sphene too. Or we gave crowns, that makes more sense. Wow, how did you find so many flowers at this time of year? We have a secret spot. And then the crown starts to fall. Oops. There's a crick in your arm. You notice it. Is that when it happened? Oh, this is Cairngorm. Yeah, okay. Crick. Okay, so this is like your... Is this going to be like the focus of the chapter, this attachment to you? And it taking a slower time to change than normal? Because it seems like it's like fighting back or something. It's at like some kind of level of unease. And then again, I'm thinking about the chapter of the title of the chapter, Shortcut. We're trying to shortcut this thing when it is a longer process. It seems like we're building up to ice flows as a concept which again reflect anxieties back at you. So this seems like a perfect thing to line up, right? And you're hiding it. You're like, why you have a scary face? I guess you're always like that. Shut up. But there's something wrong with your arm. Something's weird's going on and you're not telling Foss. Morning dew and flowers, gather them together. La la. You know, the ice flows actually talk. Huh? They've got really nasty personalities, but one time I was depressed and they worried about me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, mostly they're just dangerous, so the only thing for is to bust them up quick. First you poke holes in them with your heel, and then put your center of gravity behind you and... Oh, that's a little one. Every fucking time with these Lunarians, man, do they ever take a day off? If you put all your weight on your heel and then the sensation of sliding on the ice is a lot like stepping on a Lunarian. We could practice on that one. Let me show you a quick example. Wait, I foresee nothing but doom in your quick example. I don't want you to go up there and repeat what happened at the pond. You have no faith in me. Just watch, I'll do better than you. Tossing the crown in the process. Hi hi. And then yeah, with a hop, skip, and a jump, Cairngorm is already up in the Lunarian's face. That is good. Is it? We're gonna see. Oh, there goes the arm. Oh no. Yeah. So just kind of not attaching correctly. It's making this weird sound. It's not quite right. And right at that, final very important moment, it falls off. Oops. Cairngorm! And then you're rushing up to try to help and save Cairngorm. And it seems like the arm has been taken. Whoa! Bashoom. Arm's taken. Foss, retreat. Your hand! Forget it! And yeah, Foss trying to grab this hand, trying to do everything, trying to make up for all these times in the past where potentially haven't been able to save somebody or their piece of their body or whatever else. You got baited. It seems like you're going to get shot. Yeah, more than shot. Let's say decapitated. This seems poor. This seems not good at all, actually. So yes, decapitated. The gold tries to pull its end of the bargain, but doesn't seem like it's making it. Foss's head falls in the Lunarian's hands, and Cairngorm getting mad at Foss more than anything. You stupid idiot! And yeah, that arm kind of falling to the wayside as well. For the record, it seems like they're actually stealing Foss's head, like, successfully. Swish. Seriously? Yeah, no, you can't actually get over and help. Foss has been decapitated? Please send help. This is no good. Okay. Because it seems like they're getting away. It seems like it's closing up and... Yeah, okay. Elder, look. Why do you insist on doing the same thing again and again and again? This is one thing about you that I just can't stand. Because Cairngorm goes in again with one hand with the scythe, kind of cracking the egg, breaking the world shell, squicking in. Heavy. Ugh. What is this sound here? What is this? It says like grrr or something. And yeah, we see Foss's head there in the bowl, and then kind of arrows appearing out of the mist. And yeah, you've been successfully baited as well. You fell for the same thing that Foss fell for. Your partnership and your togetherness has been your downfall. That's no good. They're preying upon you more and more. They're getting new, different, more sadistic tactics every single day. So yeah, it seems bad. Foss's head's been taken. Sure. Cairngorm's in 1 trillion pieces. And yeah, I mean, that head's just gone. This is Foss's... Can I speak? This is Foss's body on the table. So we've decided to postpone hibernation again. The search under the ice flows tomorrow. I hope we can find some part of the head, even a few slithers. I think we're wasting our time. I saw the Lunarians get a tight grip on it. I guess we'll need a new head. But where's the brain? They don't have a brain, they're rocks. What is a person? What is anybody? What is anybody in this thing? Yeah, this is beyond, like, Ship of Theseus stuff. Like, it's so foreign to me that if somebody lost their head, we can still, like, bring them back? What do you mean? Why aren't we following the head? The head has always been, like, the personification of somebody. And again, I get it, they're rocks. It doesn't work that way. But it's so foreign. It's, like, freaking me out. I expected that we would follow the head now, instead of following the body. And yeah, it seems like Rutil is taken aback too. I suppose so. I'd hoped that filling the space with alloy would get it to form into a new head, like with the arms, but I tried it and wouldn't even attach. I said this when we were dealing with Foss's legs, but there's not a big crop of material similar to Foss. We'll have to start looking and put pieces together whenever we find them. It may take years, but that may be the only way to build a new head. Ooh, and now secret lore. Long ago, one of us went to the moon, leaving only a head behind. But that's... A hardness of 5 is relatively close. If it works, it would be a shortcut. Chapter title. And it seems like we're going into a different room, like a cave or something. Nah, this is like a... We're just like hiding something somewhere. And then, I want you to protect Foss, okay? I can't believe that gem is making us give up our most prized possession. Yeah, we've got them like in storage in this box. Because then we pull it out. And then we say, I'm sorry. Lapis? What? Yo. Okay, so you're going to have really complicated feelings about this. Cairngorm for sure. Lapis's head. Now you think about all those lines where Ghost is like, you kind of remind me of Lapis. Yo. Foreshadowing. Insane. Peak fiction. Alright, that's cool. Lapis's head. Sure. And I guess by extension, Cairngorm should be the one that gives the okay there. You're probably the person that was closest to Lapis, right? Other than maybe Sensei himself. Interesting. May I see the head? Okay. Foss is going to go full Blueby now. Adamant's look here is very disturbed too. So yeah, you grab the head out of the box. Kind of both hands, very gentle. And then you move over to the head, clunk it on. Foss needs a new head. We're going to use Lapis Lazuli's. With your permission. That's a shortcut. Shortcut to the end. Okay. Foss is quite pretty now. You know, for a gem. Okay. Everyone's just changing all over the place. It's crazy. And I believe this is the end of the volume as well. I'd like to do one more chapter. But we'll see. That was a big bombshell for sure. And again, Cairngorm's going to be feeling some kind of way every single time they see this head. Because it was the failure of my own arm to adapt and change that caused us to get into this mess in the first place. So I'm kind of responsible, or at least I could cope myself into thinking that way. But also Foss is super responsible because Foss just doesn't want to lose anybody again, I guess. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, okay, let's do this little part here. Land of the Lucky Sightings. Foss, may I discuss tomorrow's plans with you? You bet. That's right. Wait a second. You bet. Your hair, I think I saw it move. Oh, didn't you know? What? I have no control over it. It has to do with air pressure, I think. I've been taking down the statistics on the change for ages, but I just can't pin down what's causing it. Uh-huh. Did you know about this, Jade? Of course. It's rare to see it moving. Rare indeed. It's even more rare to see it stop in the middle. Something good's gonna happen today. Yay! Oh yeah, I kind of see it. It's kind of like moving that way, and then it goes to the other side. It's like the color changes. It's like a air pressure, like a trick of the light or something. That's very odd. And then a little bit of extra lore there for you kind of geology freaks, and some Japanese language stuff there too. There's our inside cover too, if I pop over to this one. That's pretty sick. I like that. Oh, a little ad for the anime. That's cool. Yeah, bet. You always forget what the Studio Orange character designs look like. And just because I like looking at the ads. Alita Battle Angel, Fire Force, Inspector. Yeah, I think I saw a lot of these last time too. Yeah, okay, bet. Let's find that final chapter we'll do today. Yo, Foss is actually fucking sick as hell. Look at this. Okay, so this is the new volume cover. Putting the pieces together, hardy-ha, you would imagine that this is the new Foss. This is what Foss looks like now, everybody. Fucking pay attention. I like the gold highlights in the hair. I think it's also a symbol of maybe some, you know, like it's really bonded together really well, the new edition here. It's kind of melded together seamlessly. I also think that this is one of the first poses I've seen where Foss really seems like Foss is in control. Foss is like giving off like magical girl vibes almost. It's hard to explain. So, things always happen to Foss. Foss happens upon things, if that makes any sense. Like I'm at the whims of the forces of the world around me. And this pose, and very importantly, because again, this is a big change for Foss, it now seems like Foss is getting control, you know? And again, how much of it is Foss? How much of it is Lapis, right? Who is at least been explained in the story thus far as very competent. This is fantastic. I love this volume cover. This is fantastic. Yeah. This indicates so much of like this is the next step for Foss. Foss is going to be so different from now based on this pose. I've left like the old me behind, right? And I've gained like new abilities. And the gold too, right? Like I have these gloves on. I'm almost hiding the gold now. Oh yeah, this is great too. So again, all sorts of weird characters there. All sorts of freaks. Cinnabar and Bortz. And anybody I don't recognize? Not really. Everyone else is kind of there. Phos. Phos is the outlier, right? What do we see? What do we see here? That's no Phos. There's no Phos there. No head. And that is fascinating to me. That's really cool. Rightio, chapter 45, The Long Winter. Okay, first we have Adamant and Cairngorm locking eyes. Rutiel, is this possible? Rutiel is stunned. Yes, Sensei. Considering all previous operations, I would say there are various hurdles, but it isn't necessarily impossible. Holy wall of text. Okay. But in Foss's case, I can't be so sure. Be that as it may, I've already come up with 2 points of concern. Foss is made up of 5 materials. Eponymous phospholite, the leg grafts of shell and agate, and the arm grafts of gold and platinum. Meanwhile, lapis was born as a composite of 6 minerals, mainly lazurite, sodalite, hine, and pyrite. If we add that to Foss, I don't know if the result would count as 6 or 11 different minerals. In any case, it would be an extremely complex configuration. On top of that, both gems have their own sense of self. The inclusions are merely a state of suspended animation. If we put them together, I can't imagine how they would function. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So the gold never really had a personality that we saw. The shell never really had a personality that we saw. Lapis was another being, right? Attaching those two together would have huge ramifications, right? The other concern is if I use a completely different material for Foss's head, that will bring the ratio of actual Foss down to less than half of the gem's body. I was hoping that we could wait until we get a new crop of inclusion-free Foss, or at least make up the difference with something that has already worked, like more alloy or agate. If we don't use a material that the inclusion's already familiar with, then even if Foss were lucky enough to wake up, I don't know if we could really call the resulting gem Foss. Again, Ship of Theseus stuff that we're talking about. Like ownership percentages on the stock market as well, right? When does it teeter over into becoming somebody else's thing, right? Is it 50%? Is it 33.3? Is it depend on how many stakeholders there are? Who knows? Who knows at all? Yeah, it's a huge ethical quandary. Even Sensei sees it, right? Those are my thoughts as well. Using Lapis's head comes with many risks and a low chance of success, and assuming it does work, it will likely produce several emotional problems in the long run. For example, Cairngorm. What happens when all the pieces of lapis lazuli have returned? And then some actual hard truths here, right? I don't think they will, says Cairngorm. I don't think anyone is coming back. I've seen the records kept by the previous caretaker of the Convalescent Center and all the caretakers before that. Not a single gem has ever emerged from that room. I guess, yeah, you were inside Ghost when Ghost was taking care of that stuff. So yeah, like, but again, you're almost that side of Ghost that doesn't have the optimism. That's your, like, form. That's your, like, the thing you are. So again, you're naturally pessimistic, but also the data backs up that nobody actually does come back. And then Adamant's like, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? Just in general? Then Cairngorm's like, I know, I get it. I'll find you a simpler material that Foss is more familiar with. Oh, I have one. We can use my head. And then you're going to self-harm, and then Sensei gets you to snap out of it. Okay, I think Cairngorm's been feeling this a lot more than we've been realizing. And the responsibility there within the loss of Ghost and now the loss of Foss. You were all tsundere about it, but you did care about the boy. You cared about Foss. So, yeah, this is like a surprise to me too that you would go to this length, I guess. And again, Sensei's rushing in here. Don't self-harm. Self-harm is bad. We don't want that. Oh yes, we bring this up too. I have to protect Foss. Ghost wanted me to. Like almost that being your like final directive, your final mission. You feel that you would have failed Ghost as well if you don't protect Foss like this. And then Adamant, after some thought, you have my permission to attach Lapis Lazuli's head to Foss. Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure. I thought for a second maybe that, you know, this over here was maybe Cairngorm. But no, that is Foss. This is New Foss. Welcome to New Foss. And then, yeah, the process starts. We start the reattachment here. It's giving me Frankenstein a little bit now too. Just like this feels ethically wrong. This feels like a fucked up thing to do. Who's going to be on the other side of this thing? Is it going to be the Foss we know, or is it going to be somebody else entirely? It's really hard to even say. Yeah, so we've made our attachment here, like it comes together. Then it goes like a splurp, and then a... Yeah, okay. Is that on the character design too? The little, like... Hang on. What is around your neck? Nah, you kind of hide it. We will never know. But yeah, look at that. Look at this Frankenstein freak. We've attached Lapis Lazuli's head to Foss's body. Everybody is shocked. The results are pending, but as this is an unprecedented experiment, we will keep a careful eye on its progress. To allow for sufficient rest, we will carry Foss home to bed this afternoon. I know you all must be worn out from the search, but if you have any energy to spare, I hope you will help. I believe this is Yellow Diamond. It's so strange. Foss's hair was cut, right? And even factoring that in, there's still less than half left. Foss used the hair for self-repair during the winter. The gem was fragile to begin with. Every time that alloy expanded or contracted, a little phosphorite would be scraped off and fall out. That would have a big effect on the ratio. I see. You did good. You deserve to get a little rest. Just a little. Okay, everyone's been quite nice. All the oldies are coming together, I feel like. And again, they would have known Lapis, so they have really complicated feelings about this, right? Yeah, no, everyone's been nice. They're helping Foss out, setting up a bed. How's Foss going to feel about all of this, right? Because, like, yeah, we cover the new person, Foss or whoever we're going to call them, with the sheet. And then the sheet covers. And then we're kind of, like, just sitting here in the darkness for a little bit with the sheet covering us. Full-on darkness, right? See what I'm getting at? Like, is this Foss awaking from the coma? Or is this Lapis awakening from the really, really long coma? Or is it both? That's really interesting too. Love this as a structure. Yep, so we wake up and it seems like it's the dead of winter. Very cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Really, we're really letting it breathe here, for sure. Again, I've noted this as like bars of, like prison bars, like I'm imprisoned before. And now I'm being let out almost. Like visually. This reminds me of the big zoom out in the end of Angel's Egg in a weird way as well. Again, insignificance in the face of the sheer scale of the planet almost as well, you know? Now what am I looking at? Who is this? Is this... Okay. 31-8 Benito. What are we doing? It's Bortz. Aim for where Bortz is going to land. Go! Oh, we're playing like... Yeah. We're playing like volleyball with the pillows or something. Okay, so this is Benito who's getting smushed with a pillow. I was like, what am I looking at here? Okay, fair enough. So Bortz is owning in fucking pillow fight volleyball. Yeah, Bortz is aura farming. Look at him go. He's so cool. Yeah, yo! This is actually the sickest action scene this fucking episode. And then it seems like Khan Gorm's kind of mad. Hey, don't involve me in this. Unlike every gem else, I have to go to work. Oh, so employed. We hate it. For crying out loud. And then you walk down the stairs, and then you look down the hall, and then we see two shoes, and then we're still thinking about it. So, yeah, these clothes. It wasn't my idea, but black isn't the best camouflage in the snow. The Lunarians chased me all over last year. It was awful. And Red Beryl would not stop bugging me. A year's fucking passed? A year has passed. Okay. Is that what I'm getting from this? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because, like, you wouldn't have been alive last year if it was last year. So now it must be next year. Hang on. I just looked at the next page. I've been on winter duty for 100 years. 100 years have passed? 100 years. 100. 100? A third of Foss's life? I thought Foss was like 300 or something. What? Whoa. So this is now giving like Pad Parasha vibes. If you're like been this asleep for this long and you're like still checking up on Foss all the time. I know I'm better than you at breaking ice flows now. This was definitely not a shortcut. Okay, so you've broken your fair share of ice flows as well. which means you've just been mulling over this and reflecting on it. It's been reflecting these anxieties back at you for such a long time. Yeah, this was definitely not a shortcut. I did this the long way. I did this the hard way. I didn't try to take a shortcut like we did in the very start of last chapter or whatever, right? I'll see you again tonight, implying that you do this twice a day every day? Yo. And again, very, very complicated set of feelings here for Khan Gorm, for sure. Because this is like Ghost's final wish, and Foss, and Lapis, and everything, all into one. Of course you're emotionally involved. It just makes sense. So yeah, Foss is fucking dead. The long winter. End. And that's where we're ending? Foss is still a fucking corpse? Foss is comatose? That's really our end point for today? It's gonna have to be, though, because I'm out of time. And honestly, energy, the coffee's stopping. It's taking it out of me. But that was an insane session. That was insanity. What do you mean? I think this manga's really good. It's really throwing me for a loop pretty consistently. I can't say I saw the Lapis thing coming. Holy shit. And yeah, I'd love some feedback on this one, and some more bouncing off points. This is an ethical nightmare, and it's huge ramifications for Khan Gorm and Foss. Foss is changing. How about Cinnabar? Does Cinnabar even know? Has anybody told Cinnabar? I don't know, man. Khan Gorm was gonna fucking rip his own head off? Okay, anyway, we're leaving it. We need to go. But yeah, Patreon, if you want to see me react to whatever happens next right away, you can do that. Like the video, subscribe, Discord, talk to me about this. I'd like to bounce some ideas off of some people. That'd be cool. And yeah, I'll see you next week for more. I can't wait. This thing's great. So yeah, I'll catch you next time. Goodbye. See ya.